Sunil, you just reminded me about good old days, yeah? So this was a long time ago. Just recently, I celebrated my 40th anniversary as a world champion. Striking, yes. But I'm not sure that, that every anniversary, just makes me even happier, because hopefully I will celebrate the 50th one day. Yeah. So I was asked to talk today about the preparation, and this is achieving your potential. And I got a bit confused, because I just, I'm not sure whether we're talking about, just chess, top professional chess, or about very general aspects of the game, because I know many of you are just involved in education. So I'm struggling how to combine it, but let's start, with this as the, now I feel a bit, odd, because I always call myself the highest rated amateur, yes, in the world, because I don't play professionally, but I still can bite. Yeah, even the top chess players. And I understand that the chess has been viewed as a game. Just it's a board game to pass time, and for me it's a bit odd, because it's still about winning and losing at the end of the day. So yeah, we enjoy immensely by playing it, but any time when we lose, we get upset. I mean, unfortunately, lately I got more upset than joy playing the game. But still, it's very important to teach kids, to teach your students, so that the game is about to realize your potential, which means you try to show the best you can. These days, I think we are just dealing with problems that were totally unknown in my days, when I played chess professionally. I'm talking about these devices. So it's a brand new game. I mean, literally a brand new game, because we have access to all data that is available. It's when I grew up in the Soviet Union back then in the 60s and early 70s. So one of the challenges was how to find the data. It was a serious challenge. So I still have my my notebooks, old notebooks. That's when I was 8, 9. So just writing the games. So very often because you could hire the book, and then you just had to take the data from the book. So I even had I treasured it's a little chess printing set from East Germany. That's my coach Alexander Nikitsin sent to me, and I was very, very proud that I could actually print a diagram, and then just make a little book. So yeah, when I showed it to my kids recently, they said, seriously, yes, you wasted your time. I said, this is interesting. Is it a waste of time, or it just basically taught me how to be disciplined? Because somehow, I used to work with this data and collect the data, so I treasured it. So now when you just slide your finger, so you think it's just coming and it's from heaven, and you do. That's probably the biggest test. So easy come, easy go. So now this is how can we make sure that is the data, which is again, it's abundance, it's available everywhere. It will have the biggest impact. And I think this is the challenge for everybody, whether we're talking about kids, whether we're talking about the top players. It's very difficult actually to escape from the overwhelming influence of the screen. And do I know the answer? No, I don't know the answer. But we have to try. And after I left professional chess, so I worked with a few top players, and I can tell you this: I spent more than a year working with Magnus back then in 2009, 2010, early 2010, and I was quite impressed by just one thing that is what I believe would make him absolutely great is he was probably the only one that I saw from the top who could easily separate himself from the screen. This looking at the screen as more like a calculator. So this is, yes, I know that's the right thing, let me check it. Not as, I have to look at the screen for an advice. So again, it's a unique quality, but very few people, I mean, just can escape this overwhelming influence of a computer. But I think that's what we should look for. I mean, how to make sure that this data is being used to help kids, whether they prepare for a school team championship or for, just for professional chess competition. So how they can actually recognize that this data has to be processed. And it's not, and again, it's finding the balance, which is very difficult. But I think that's how you can just, probably with limited success, tell him all the time. So this is you look at this, but it's not just about I play, they play, because instinctively, and it's not just about chess. I mean, I have kids, and also I understand it has effect even on me. So we always try instinctively to find answer here. When you play, there's no unless you're cheating, of course. Yes, but there is no device to help you. So that's why, again, you have to start. You have to look at this from the lenses of a human, not a computer. It's gigantic task, and that's what is I think it's our top priority. How to make sure that we keep uniqueness of human ability to evaluate the position, to understand the underlying reasons. Even at the time where we believe that any answer can be found on the screen. So one of the interesting things, again, that's my experience of working with the top players, is that it's very often, it's the answer when you talk about the position, when you talk about your preparation, with any aspect of the game of chess, it's always, it's always in connection with the computer. It's why the move is bad, because machine said so. The reasons, I also recognize it's on the screen, machine shows plus 0.5, and then you make a move and it's all of a sudden, minus 0.1. But I don't evaluate in these numbers. For me, it's just, because I got a weak spot, I guess because this is somehow the activity of my pieces. Again, it's very different, very abstract categories. I think the abstract categories is something that is missing completely. And these abstract categories, they're real. So this is that when we, just judging from the age, so this is when we had the books, and it says, okay, this is a weak pawn, this is how you attack it, that you have to create a second weak spots, just to diverse your attacking tools, and then also to diverse the resources of the defense. Those are the categories that are just, I think in my view, has to be brought in. That's it, and maybe sometimes, just even asking to write it. Just writing is almost, forgotten art. Yes. All right. I think it's important. Just write it. This is something that could help you. Just it's a little bit, yes, it's repetitive. It's no fun, but that's how you can discipline yourself. Because then when you go to the game again, it's your mind. So we just have to make sure that that the time when the game is played, when the tournament just is in progress, so the mind is not totally it's enslaved by these computer images and recommendations. So again, it's a losing streak. Probably we are just we're doomed. But I'm an optimist by nature, incorrigible optimist by nature, as you can guess. And I believe that we still have to find this middle ground. So this is the golden formula. Going back as this is to the days when I just played it, I remember this. Actually, Sunil asked me, so Gary was the first one who actually had a team behind you. It's not true, of course. Karpov had a much bigger team. So the entire Soviet chess school behind him. But what I did is, and that's important, I think it is as though I had a smaller team, still big. This is when I played Karpov, I had 4 or 5 seconds working with me against he's probably 40. Yeah. But at the end of the day, that's important. Is probably there's a parallel with what we just discussing is, I managed actually to have a better outcome because I was fully engaged in that. So this is It's if you simply show up, as I guess Karpov did, oh, please give me idea, and then I evaluate. I was, very much the brain of the whole process. So I can proudly say that not a single idea that I ever used, it was not generated by me. I could just throw this as the seed, and then they could continue. But it was very important that I was involved. So again, you can probably make a parallel with the team that I've been working with, 4 or 5 coaches, and the current challenge with the computers. Again, it's about making sure that the idea comes from you. Doesn't matter. It's just even a suggestion, but mere suggestion. It's very important. It comes from you, and then you develop it. This is the key. You are not receiving it from a side. You are a generator. And it's, again, very challenging, but that's how you maximize your potential, because we all have phenomenal potential. And I think the challenge today that the computers, they offer us phenomenal tools to realize our wildest dreams, but at the same time, they some could block our potential, because we lose our creativity. Keeping this spark of creativity, that's a secret. That's most important thing. And again, I'm going back. It's when I was coming to an end of my professional chess career, and I had only 2 or 3 coaches. But every time we worked, just to remember, when we sat in my summer camp in Croatia. So I had Yuri Dokoyan and Alexander Shakarov, and I never had a computer next to me. They had computers. I never had a computer. I just had to generate something. It also made us more equal. So because I could they were empowered by computers. But the key was, that I was always, just working with the chessboard. I think that's just to summarizing what I said is very important. That's the analysis is done on the chessboard. So it's just they physically moving the pieces. So it's and just spend some time analyzing the games, talking about the games, replaying their games, not on the screen, but physically on the board. I think it's very important to keep the connection with the pieces, to keep the connection with the game. So again, I think that is this is our model, this is our challenge, but we have to find the best formula. I'm not predicting the end of the game of chess, because look, everything has been already just developed. As well know, that's the position that has been the starting position for centuries is now has mere number of 518 out of 960. Yeah. So which means there are 959 positions available. So, but it's not about the opening position. It's about the beauty of the game, and I think this much can be done if we start revealing the secrets of the game, just not to concentrate on the opening position. And this is one of just the final advice. I think it's for any improvement of the players, whether they are just they play at the school level or at the top level. I think it's looking at the end of the game. So the end game, it's many things, many typical things that we learned as kids, have been forgotten. So this is very often, because it's now we have databases, 4 pieces, 5 pieces, 6 pieces, 7 pieces. I'm not sure they're doing 8 now, but they have not finished 8. Yeah, you can tell me. So they're on the way of completing 8. Probably it will take some time, but it doesn't matter. It's computer is one story, but what about just enjoying the beauty of chess geometry? So there's so many great things that where chess is connected to, even to general chess, general education. So the chessboard, and the way the pieces move with the geometry, with the opposition. There's so many great things can be taught. So again, I think that we should remain optimists, but at the same time make sure that we are not overwhelmed by modern technology, and we will find the best of the 2 worlds. So, and I have no doubt that you'll be up to this challenge. And I'm happy now to answer your questions, because I believe that with this kind of experience, so I have to start a dialogue.